it seemed to be like, a province of like world-class and duty powers almost of what uh, would present, the deal, what above and below. The thing about the only a degree level of domestic clause would be of, something beyond economics, of not necessarily, the issue of like identifying maybe what third world would only mean to like proper English numerical composition in economics, of, you know, what availability means to like geographics and any progression, or what that is in even publication at a degree level, or the non-negotiable, non-transferable itemization thing of like a economic factors that really seem to be at this point, how could it really not involve something about a world class that way, or something that would be maybe something considered as obsolete, but yet given as, what was then not the obsolete, but a demanded standard, at least in progression in a more advanced way, but at the same time, it's kind of like, hey, But anyway, so like I was kind of like looking at that because the EBT seemed to be like that fixture in real estate and like commercial venue, kind of like a distinguishable difference between a method of banking involving like supplemental security. And in a way of like what English Parliament would even mean to the English pound, and the way I'm looking at it, it's kind of like it's almost like a direct source or electronic, like I said previously, like an electronic source of electronic powers compared, even the categorization of commercial paper, like, who's trading, identity, in the form of like, commercial paper, is that like a checking account for real, or, not excusing the thing about the history of a mailbox and what that means to a direct circuit even in a bank. Yeah, so I mean, like all that stuff, it's kind of like it's become more and more apparent that really ignoring it would be ridiculously maybe not really thinking about it. But the thing with this is that really I spend a lot of time, quite a bit. So like, I kind of think about that legal media and deposition way of like YouTube, or what that is to the thing about the all right, yeah. So anyway, yeah, I'm kind of it's already going to 5 minutes and like 49 seconds, and I think the way the light is now, I might decide to maybe consider something that seem to be like the yays or nays, or whether that's going to be really the issue, or maybe a discovery channel between the thought of like only what availability means just like narrows the path, and what that is to um, direction, or even towing and importing and exporting, beyond the front lines of the beach around of like maritime law, or what that is to maybe guidance in a way that would suggest if it's option of only tolerance will anyway. So like I'm gonna kind of like stop right there because I'm gonna sit here and look at the lights, see if I'm gonna do anything else, and maybe decide maybe think about what I'm gonna talk about maybe. But anyway, yeah. So there it is right there. Yeah.